let's get started. Um, okay, so we're going to be looking at using paragraphs, whether appropriate, how to use them, and making our writing better and more structured. Okay, so yeah, when you're writing anything, almost anything, you're going to have to do an introductory paragraph, an opening paragraph, um, and then, an end paragraph, and then you can have either one, two, three, or four, or however many paragraphs you need in the middle to explain whatever you're explaining or trying to write. Um, so I don't know what this is, but okay, so it's literally just about everything. So in an introduction, the best thing I find, especially for the writing exam itself, um, is you want to explain what you're going to be talking about in the rest of the writing, the essay, the document, whatever it is. You want to explain what you're going to talk about, um, and phrase it in a way that intrigues the learner, or the reader, sorry. So I would talk about it in a cool way. I wouldn't be very clear. I'd use quite vague language. I would um just use the like main question. So for example, if the question was um I don't know. But for example, do people in the UK um prefer the sunny weather to the rainy weather? You would talk about that. You would say, in recent years, people have been complaining about how hot it gets in the summer in Manchester. I'm going to take a look at this and discuss why people are changing their mind and why they might be right, or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Just something different, just something new. Just try and take the question, give a little opinion on it, and then discuss and say like you're going to discuss or what you're going to discuss. Yeah, and that's going to be done by the introduction, right? Hooking the reader will be done from the first second they start reading your document. So you have to kind of give some impetus from the first paragraph. Okay, yeah. So this is an example of a good paragraph, right? So the topic sentence is given at the start. In my spare time, I like to go running. It's a good hobby for lots of reasons. You burn calories and keep fit. If you're sociable, you can join a run club and run with others. You can run whenever you like, and the only thing you need is a pair of decent trainers. Running is an ideal hobby. So yeah, topic sentence. The first sentence explaining what the paragraph's going to be about, what it's pertaining. I think when you're changing topic, slightly, you want to start a new paragraph, right? That's always a good kind of approach to take. 4 sentences. That's up to you. However much you want to talk about this first part, the first sentence, it's up to you about how long you go on for it. And then an ending sentence of a paragraph allows the bridge to the next paragraph to be very good. So, kind of having a sentence that just summarizes the whole paragraph at the end is quite good because then it just finishes that topic and allows you to move on to the next one cleanly. Um, okay, guys, so we've got a little exercise here. If you can just take a look at it and let me know if you can find which is the wrong sentence. Okay. It's these two, you can just tell uh, they don't match. They're in the wrong place. They jar. They're jarring when you read them with with the whole paragraph. So, paragraph coherence, writing in a logical order. This could be in order of importance or in chronological order. Uh, it's good to have an order of some kind. You know, um, the order doesn't have to be obvious to the reader straight away, as long as the writer understood the order to begin with. Do you know what I mean? So, chronological order is pretty easy. Just talking in terms of time. This happened, and this happened, and this happened, and this happened. However, that can be quite, boring, repetitive, and just annoying to read, honestly. If you're just like, okay, then this happened, then this happened. Oh, and actually, then this happened. I don't think anyone wants to read that. So, another way of doing it is by using connectives like after, finally, soon, first, then, next, before, later, etc. Okay, organizational markers. After, finally, soon, connectives. These are connectives. Um, Yeah, so guys, I'd recommend taking a screenshot, a picture of this, whatever you have to do, just get it down. Um, these are all things that can be used at the start of a sentence. Um, yeah, pretty much all starters of sentences. Or like after a comma or after a short break, whatever that you can use these words. Now I'm sure most of you know what these words are, but just knowing each one, when to use it, is good. If anyone needs me to go back, let me know. Um, this is another good bank of words and phrases to use that are really, really helpful for your writing. Um, like if you can just start using a few of these words, right? Like I think literally, right? If you're texting your mom, your dad, your daughter, your sibling, anything, right? Just try and throw in one of these words in a text, right? See how they're surprised, see how they act, see how they react, and you'll practice your English writing and it'll be a lot better. I'm sure most of you are going to university, going for a job, whatever it may be, right? You're going to be writing emails, you're going to be writing letters, you're going to be talking to people, right? And if you can write very well, it also translates to your actual speaking ability. So it's very important to write well. Um, let's keep going. For example, for instance, notably, specifically, to demonstrate, to illustrate, such as, like, there's just other ways of saying, for example. Um, if anyone needs to wait on this, I can. Paragraph detail. To give your text extra detail in a number of ways, use facts, statistics, or to support your main idea. Provide a clear and detailed definition of the subject. Use descriptive words. Offer an example to support your main point. Provide a contrast to show you how your idea is different to something else. Use a comparison such as a simile or metaphor. Show cause and effect to show how one thing causes another. Use detail that appeals to one or more of the five senses. These are just extra things you can do. I mean, you'll do most of them anyway when you're just writing a paragraph, so you don't have to worry too consciously. But I think if you're feeling your paragraphs aren't you know they don't have enough depth, they're just not flowing right, they seem kind of clunky and awkward, then maybe just think, are you doing all of these things? Um, and if you aren't, maybe try them, see if they improve your writing at all. Um, I think that'd be great. Okay, let's go. The next one. Okay, this is like a short summary of what you should do when you're writing a paragraph. sorry, a conclusion. So this is important. Okay, so conclusions are important. For me, guys, when I'm writing a conclusion, okay, I, for me, what I'm saying is, okay, this whole essay, this whole document, what it's really about is this, okay? Like, I think an essay is literally just dancing around a point, and then a conclusion is getting straight to it, you know? So someone could ask me, do I prefer manual or automatic cars, right? I can discuss why a manual car is good. I could discuss why an automatic car is good. And then in the conclusion, I would say they both have their benefits, but I believe that automatic is just so much more easier and comfortable that automatic cars are better, for example, right? Um, but in the whole essay, I would have never said that. I would have said they have their pros, their cons, they're good for this, they're bad for this, why are they good for it, why are they bad for it, etc. So refer back to your introduction. This is very good. Linking back to the initial paragraph discussing the initial point that was discussed and then answering it is a very good way of ending a document. Sorry. Only include the points that you think are the most important from your discussion. Absolutely. Do not include new information in a conclusion. Absolutely. The best conclusions have a striking ending or use compelling language, especially in a persuasive text. Completely agree. Uh, compelling language or striking ending are normally short sentences with powerful language, clearly telling you how to feel, telling you what they feel, or how to interpret the information. Excuse me. Oh my god. Oh my god, guys. Sorry. Have I been muted this whole time? Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Have I been muted this whole time?
Yeah, I wasn't able to hear you.
Oh, I've just taught the whole session.
No, 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 no.
Okay, sorry. Hold on one second.
Not the
Um,
conclusion.
could how long could you not hear me for, Fatimata?
Like 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
Yeah, like
Okay,
stop at the one like the conclusion.
okay. Thank God. Okay, thank
Yeah,
God. Okay, thank you. That was scary for a minute. Can you see my this? Can you see this? Hold on.
yeah.
Okay. I'll go back to the conclusion then, and we can go from there. I mean, that was kind of the last point, to be honest. This conclusion. Um, Fatimata, any questions for me? Any questions? I know I've kind of gone through it very quickly, but I think
No,
paragraphs and this stuff is
no.
quite a simple topic, right? It's no rocket science really. Okay. Let's do the quiz then. Fatimata, if you can help me out, please, I'd appreciate it. So, what is the logical order of a text? Okay, tell me which one do you think
A,
fits the
C, D, D,
uh C? Yeah,
D, D.
yeah. A beginning, a middle, and an end. So an introduction, the content, and then the conclusion. A good introduction should what should it do? Tell the reader what the text will be about, include a rhetorical question, make your opinion very clear, or give plenty of details that support your writing. Fatimata again, sorry.
Tell the reader what the text would be about.
Absolutely. Giving an introduction, short explanation of what it will be like, and not giving your opinion, not telling them what you think. Yeah, that's very important. So the topic sentence in a paragraph is always first, gives detail and evidence, gives the main idea of the paragraph, closes the paragraph. This is a bit confusing, I think, because I think it can be two things. But I think if we think about which one matches it the most accurately,
Give
oh,
the main idea of the paragraph.
absolutely. Well done. Um, okay, last one, Fatima, the last one. Ideas in a paragraph. They must all relate to one idea. They should have enough detail. A, B, and D are correct, or D should fit logically together.
A, B, D are correct.
Which one?
A, B, C, A, B, and D
C.
are correct.
Absolutely. Okay, well done, guys. So that's paragraphs. I think honestly, it's a pretty simple topic. I think most of you guys will know what a paragraph is, know how to use them. I just have to teach it anyway. You know what I mean? So let me just stop the recording.